Hello, welcome to this video on real-time for ePO. Today we're going to look just at an overview of what real-time is all about. I'm on ePO 5.0, and for those who are familiar, you're used to the fact that when you open up the menu bar now, you get all of the options, which is really fantastic. I love this interface. So I'm going to take the real-time questions and move it up to my favorites, so I can click on it quickly. And when I do click on it, you'll see that there is a list of questions that I can ask of the endpoints. There's a number of endpoint products you can see installed. Let's say you have the EPA suite. You're not going to be surprised to see VirusScan and Site Advisor, the McAfee agent, and IPS, host IPS. One of the big differentiators with real-time is that we're not talking to the ePO database, which is what we do in a traditional ePO environment. We are actually taking these questions and running them through all of your hundreds of endpoints and getting the results immediately, which means that virtually every machine is getting this question and generating a response across your entire enterprise, and we're collecting the information and displaying it in real time. So you're getting exact state information right now, as opposed to, as you're familiar with ePO, you get the ASCII interval, the agent to server communication interval, which fires, and you're getting data which is typically 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes or more out of date. The typical use cases for real-time are continuous audit, which is where you have the ability to understand exactly what systems are running. If you're expecting everybody to be running Site Advisor, you can do a quick check here with real-time to actually see which systems are not running and take actions to actually invoke and run those applications on the endpoint. Another great use case is risk evaluation. For example, there are situations which cause the McAfee agent to hang. You can quickly see that with real-time and remedy it by re-enabling the agent. Another great example is, so let's say, for example, VirusScan is disabled. I'll show this in another video. Let's say, for example, the on-access scanner or access protection has been disabled. We can find that information out quickly and re-enable it. In today's architecture with ePO, you're familiar with the concept of the ASCII, which is where you have a periodic check-in. All the endpoints talk to the ePO server at different intervals, and this works for hundreds of thousands of nodes. There's the agent handler out in the DMZ. So the ASCII is something we're all familiar with today, where we ask queries into the dashboards, but this is one of the bigger differentiators. The terminology we like to use with real-time is that we now ask questions, because as you can see here, there's no database. We're actually pulling results in real time by talking to each of the endpoints. And what that looks like, this is the architecture, as you can see there's a query that goes out, and in a ring architecture each of the machines hop the question to each other and the results come back. So there's actually one in and one out, so that highly reduces the number of communications out to the network, and that is the fundamental difference for how real-time works compared to the ASCII architecture of today's ePO. So again, this is just an overview video. You can see that there's a list of questions you can ask. In subsequent videos, we'll actually run a couple of these and see what the results look like. You can generate your own custom questions. You can see I clicked on new question there, and what you get to do is select from different sensors, we call them. They're actually queries, or questions I should say, that run on the endpoint. And then lastly, you can also take action. And I'll show that in a video, which is where if you see, for example, that the McAfee agent is not running, or if VirusScan has on-access scan disabled, we can re-enable it. So that's all I really wanted to talk to in today's video. Like I say, there's going to be a series of other short videos that talk to specific use cases. So thanks very much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video.